So the ongoing transfer speculation surrounding David De Gea and Onana. We're seeing Man United up their bids. I think we've reported 45 million with another 5 million in add-ons. What we're seeing, I don't know. It's huge. I think if Man United are looking to sell David De Gea, which it seems like it, he's surplus to requirements. The manager wants to go in a new direction. He wants to play a particular brand of football, and he doesn't see that David De Gea is capable of maybe playing that way. I remember, and I watched a lot of Ajax when Erik ten Hag was there, and a lot of what he wants to do is about playing out from the back. You can see when he first came, I think they got caught numerous times. Brentford's a game that sticks out in my mind away, where they were obviously trying to implement his kind of playing style, which is definitely playing out from the back from the goalkeeper. And they got pressed and they got battered and bruised doing that. And then they obviously switched after that and started playing a bit longer and kind of balancing out, playing out from the back and then going long. I think ideally he would just want to be a team that play out from the back immediately and control possession and control through the different transitions and phases of the game. And to do that, you need a goalkeeper who is completely competent, really good, really calm and authoritative and confident in doing that. And Onana absolutely fits the bill. I remember I said it on a previous post that we done, that I spoke to Pep before the Champions League final and he highlighted Onana, the goalkeeper, as somebody that they're going to have to prepare for. How many goalkeepers do you normally have to prepare for in terms of building up and building out from the back? There ain't many in world football. Onana's one of them. So he'll definitely give Manchester United a presence. He'll give Man United more confidence and more ability to play out from the back. And I think he suits an Erik ten Hag team completely. So, yeah, I can see that deal being done. Where David De Gea goes, I don't know. He's on a huge wage, I think 325, 350,000 pound a week, wherever it is. So who's going to kind of fulfil that? Could it be Saudi? Who knows? But we'll see. Or will he be willing to take a cut to go somewhere else, David De Gea? The thing is that a lot of the big clubs, their goalkeeping posts are kind of already taken up. So where does David De Gea go? We'll have to see. But Onana, if he's coming in, I think he's a fantastic signing, a huge talent, and a real modern day goalkeeper. You see teams pressing him, he don't even panic. Gets the ball in to him, brings on the press, says, come on, come to me. And then when that player comes to him, he knows there's a player free somewhere else and he normally finds them. I think, listen, there will be mistakes, and playing that risky way, you do have mistakes and that happens. But it's about staying true to your beliefs, finding the right balance and remaining confident throughout those periods. So interesting to see how this pans out, but I believe this is a deal that will be made at some point through this transfer window. We're hearing Saliba is going to sign a new deal. Huge news. I think especially off the back of Gabriel Jesus' comments in the last couple of days. He mentioned that one of the main reasons, or the main reason why he feels that they fell off in the championship race at the back end of the season was because Saliba's injury. He was integral to what they were doing. Joel Bayer on the station will be delighted to hear that he's signing a new deal. He loves him. But he was brilliant when he played. He started the season on fire, cool, calm, composed, had a quiet authority around him when he played, was quick. You could see him getting in the channel first. I think the Arsenal fans fell in love with him immediately. And I think Gabriel's a better player when he plays next to him. And I think that's a sign of a top player. A top player makes other players play better around them, for whatever reason that is. But you see, if that player doesn't play, there's a drop-off in standards around him when he's not there. And I think we see that when he didn't play. Whether he's the reason why they didn't win the championship, I don't know. But I do believe that Arsenal will be a better equipped team when he is signed, sealed and delivered on a long-term contract. So, and I think it's better, it's good for the Premier League. You want the best defenders. You want the ones that who are going to give strikers hard times, where they can have brilliant duels against the strikers. I think that's what we want this season. We want more of that. We want Saliba versus Haaland built up before the game, or a Van Dijk versus a Haaland or a Kane. Or you want those little subplots in the games. I want to see a bit of hatred. I want to see a little bit of fight, a bit of needle. And the more players at the top we have, the better. So who's done the best business in the transfer window? Arsenal. Stand out for me. Spurs have got Maddison. We've still got a lot to do. We've bought Mount, delighted with that signing, but the priorities are number 9. And a goalkeeper now, David De Gea, it seems he's going to be leaving, so still got work to do. Chelsea, there's been so much going on there that you don't know what you're getting, you don't know how they're going to start. Sold a load of experience, brought in a load of inexperience. That's my biggest concern so far, but the window's not closed, so I expect Chelsea to go and buy some more established players. Man City, Kovacic, great signing. Obviously, they've lost Gundogan, the captain, but I think Kovacic is a shrewd signing from at that price as well. I think he was 30-something million, 35 million in the current market. Huge business, great business, full of experience, won the biggest trophies, and a different player to what they've got in that area, can travel with the ball through the line. So I think he's a good signing. I think they'll go again, City on somewhere else. But it takes me to Arsenal, I've got to say. Arsenal, Declan Rice, huge signing, huge money, huge character, huge personality. I think he'll deal with it all, and I think he'll grow and establish himself as one of the main players in that team in the next couple of years, if not immediately. Kai Havertz, again, an experienced player. I think adds quality again to their squad, adds experience, a player who can play multiple positions. They say Timber's going to be landing soon to do a medical, a player Man United were in for before they signed Martinez last year. I think he's a huge signing, gives them pace, gives them huge composure on the ball at the back, gives them competition for places in the centre-back position. Now they've got 4 players all capable of playing of a good standard, stroke 5. So it's a good, that quartet there, Saliba, Gabriel, Ben White, Timber. And you have to say that Arsenal, the football club there, Arteta, Edu, have done a fabulous job at working quick in the market now. The window open, bang, deals done, no messing about. And a lot of other clubs will be looking at thinking, wish we could have done that. So that's enough Arsenal love. Liverpool also, they've done some business and they look to be doing business. McAllister at 35 million or whatever that is, around 35 million, was fabulous business. He was arguably Brighton's best player last season. They finished in Europe. He won the World Cup. What a piece of business that was. The engine room seems the area that they're going for. There's rumours I'm hearing about Lavia from Southampton, the young ex City player. He'll be a good addition, I'm sure. Szoboszlai, I hope I said it right. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. They've gone and secured him. They've gone and secured McAllister, as I just spoke about. Lavia, they're looking to get as well. That'll be 3 players in the midfield area where, if you'd have said about Liverpool before this season starts and before we got into this transfer window, where do Liverpool need to strengthen? You would have said in the engine room, 100%. And they've gone and got legs in there now. They've got quality and they've got legs. And I think Liverpool's success in recent years has been down to that engine room being able to. When Wijnaldum was there with Henderson and Fabinho, when them 3 were in there, they used to overrun teams. And they've kind of gone away from that with recruitment and with the style of play that they've kind of drifted into. They get back to that again, and you can see it. McAllister can move. Lavia, good mover. Szoboszlai, I think that's how you say his name. But they're all good movers as well. And you add that to Fabinho's experience, Henderson's experience, Thiago's got experience in there. I like it. I've got a few questions for the fans, for the people that watch. And I want you to hit me back in the comments. Hit us, come on, because we love it. We look in there and we appreciate your input. What do you want from your team? Newcastle, what do you want, fans? What do you want from Eddie Howe and the board there? Who do you want to see come in? All the teams that have come up, Luton. What do you want to see? How are you going to stay in this league? Liverpool fans, Man United fans, what number 9 do you think we should get? Who should we be going out there and breaking the bank for? Do you know what I mean? Arsenal, are you finished now? Are you happy with what you've done? Does that mean you're a title challenge again and Champions League challenge? Is that where you think you are? Chelsea, how'd you get back? How'd you get back to winning ways and challenging and competing? All the inexperience that have come through. You happy with that or not? Do you need experience through the door? Come on, man. Come and tell us. Brighton, do you want them to start spending big, or are you happy with the way it's going? The recruitment process at the moment, it's worked really, really well recent years, but do you want to see a change? Do you want to see a 50, 60 million pound player come through the door? Do you want to see him break the bank? These are the questions. I'm sure many other clubs have got questions, but throw them in, guys.